My friend, life has a way of introducing us to teachers we never signed up for. One of them is pain. We don't invite it, we don't want it, yet when it arrives, it changes us. Pain tears away illusions. It forces us to see what truly matters. It makes us dig deeper than we ever thought possible. The Stoics never saw pain as an enemy but as a trainer. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Epictetus reminded us that suffering is never about what happens to you but how you respond to it. Pain sharpens your resilience. It teaches patience, humility, and empathy. It shows you the limits of your endurance, then pushes you beyond them. So when pain knocks at your door, don't just ask, "Why me?" Ask instead, "What is this here to teach me?" Because sometimes the lessons that hurt the most shape you the most. And here's the thing about pain. It rarely comes when you're ready. It interrupts your plans, dismantles your comfort, and challenges your identity. But in that discomfort, something extraordinary happens. The mind starts to adapt, the heart learns to endure, and the soul, it grows stronger. Think of the blacksmith's forge. Metal becomes a sword only after enduring intense heat and relentless strikes. Without the fire, it remains just a shapeless lump of steel. Without pain, we remain untested, unsure of what we're truly made of. Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." The Stoics understood that life is not meant to be without hardship, because hardship is the workshop of the soul. Pain teaches you gratitude for the moments without it. It strips away arrogance, replacing it with perspective. It humbles the proud and awakens the complacent. And perhaps most importantly, pain teaches you compassion. When you've walked through your own darkness, you see others' struggles more clearly. You offer kindness not out of pity but out of understanding. So when life hands you this uninvited teacher, you don't have to love it, but you can respect it. You can learn from it, and in time you may even thank it. Pain doesn't come with an invitation. It crashes in like a storm, tearing through the calm of your life. And in those moments you want nothing more than for it to leave, for the skies to clear and for peace to return. But what if peace isn't the goal? What if the pain is not the enemy but the strict mentor you never asked for? It doesn't speak in soft words. It speaks in sleepless nights and empty rooms. In the ache of losing something you thought you could never live without. Its language is discomfort, uncertainty, and fear. Yet, beneath all of that, it's shaping you. It's sanding away the parts of you that were fragile, teaching you resilience the way only suffering can. Pain shows you what comfort never could. Comfort lulls you into believing the world is safe, predictable, and kind. Pain rips that illusion away. It exposes the truth, that life is unpredictable, fragile, and often cruel. And when you face that truth head-on, you begin to grow. You learn that you can stand even when everything around you has collapsed. You discover that your heart can keep beating, even when it's been shattered. And you realize that your mind, when tested, can find strength in places you didn't know existed. Pain forces you to confront yourself. It asks you, who are you without the things you've lost? What remains when the titles, the possessions, the people are stripped away? And in that bare, honest space, you meet the real you, the one who doesn't depend on circumstances to stand tall, the one who is unshaken, even in chaos. Most people run from pain their whole lives. They medicate it, distract themselves from it, bury it under noise and busyness. But those who have walked through it, who have sat in the silence of their suffering, carry something unbreakable within them. Pain is the teacher you didn't ask for, and yet it's the only one that never lies to you. When it arrives, it doesn't knock, it doesn't wait for permission. It breaks the door down and drags you into the classroom you never wanted to enter. At first you resist, you bargain with it, you curse it, you beg it to leave. But pain doesn't care about your comfort. It's here to show you what no gentle voice could ever teach. It strips away your illusions. The illusion that life owes you something. The illusion that good things will come just because you are good. The illusion that control is ever truly in your hands. Pain laughs at those illusions because it knows the truth. Nothing is guaranteed, and the only constant is change. And in the moment of your deepest hurt, you see the world differently. The small annoyances that once consumed your energy seem meaningless. The people who truly care about you shine brighter than ever before, and the things you once thought mattered, turn to dust in your hands. Pain teaches humility. It shows you how small you are in the face of the universe, but also how powerful you can be in the face of adversity. It teaches you patience because nothing heals overnight. It teaches you discipline because the only way forward is to take one step and then another, even when your legs are trembling. When you've lived through real pain, your eyes change. You start to see through the noise, through the false smiles. Through the shallow distractions the world offers, you become less interested in impressing others and more interested in building a life that cannot be shaken. Some people call this wisdom. The Stoics understood it well. Marcus Aurelius wrote about enduring what fate gives you. Seneca spoke of adversity as the grindstone that shapes the soul. And Epictetus, once a slave, knew firsthand that pain is not the enemy, but the fire that forges you. And maybe the most brutal lesson pain teaches is this: no one is coming to save you. Help may come, love may arrive, but in the quietest, darkest moments, it's you, your breath, and your will to keep going. If you can face that aloneness without breaking, you've already won. Because once you have been broken and put yourself back together, you are no longer the same person. You carry a silent power, a calmness that others can feel but can't explain, a resilience that no amount of comfort could ever build. And that, my friend, is why pain, though it will never be welcome, is the greatest teacher you will ever have. The thing about pain is, once it's done teaching you, it doesn't leave you empty. It leaves you transformed. Like a sculptor, it chips away everything that is not truly you. And the more it takes, the more it reveals the core, the part of you that is unshakable. You start to realize that pain was never the enemy. It was the mirror that showed you your fears, your limits, your dependencies, and when you dared to look into it, you found something unexpected, strength you didn't know you had. Most people spend their lives running from pain, building walls around themselves, hiding behind comfort, hoping that if they avoid risk, they can avoid hurt. But the truth? Avoiding pain means avoiding growth. The safest path is also the smallest one. Pain doesn't just teach you how to endure. It teaches you how to live with depth. It makes you appreciate quiet mornings, honest conversations, and the rare moments when your heart feels truly light. Because you know how fragile peace is, you treasure it in a way that the untouched never could. And here's the paradox. When you stop fearing pain, you stop being controlled by it. You stop living life like it's something that might break you. You understand that being broken and being destroyed are two different things. The first makes you wiser. The second only happens if you give up. In the end, pain is not a punishment. It's a gift wrapped in barbed wire, and those who are brave enough to unwrap it find out who they truly are. Pain is relentless. It does not care about your schedule, your plans, or your comfort. It arrives in the middle of the night, when the world is silent and it whispers doubts into your mind. It shows up in the middle of the day, when you're surrounded by people yet feel utterly alone. It is inescapable. And that is precisely why it is such an effective teacher. It strips away the illusions you've built around yourself, the false sense of control, the belief that life owes you something, the idea that the path will always be smooth. Pain teaches you that nothing is guaranteed. It forces you to adapt, to grow, and to face truths you would rather avoid. And yet, hidden within this harshness lies its greatest lesson: resilience. Like steel forged in fire, your strength is revealed not in the moments of ease, but in the moments of suffering. Without the weight of pain pressing down on you, you would never discover the depths of your endurance. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus, once a slave, knew the value of hardship because it taught him to master what he could control his mind, and to let go of everything else. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor burdened by the weight of an empire, found in pain not a curse, but a reminder of his mortality and the fleeting nature of all things. Pain sharpens your focus. It strips life down to its essentials, showing you what truly matters and what never did. You stop chasing approval, stop clinging to possessions, and start valuing inner peace above all else. So when pain comes, and it will, do not curse it. Do not waste your strength wishing it away. Stand tall. Look it in the eye. Let it teach you what comfort never could. Pain strips away illusions. It shows you who you are when the mask falls off, when there is nothing left to hide behind. In those moments, you are either broken or forged into something stronger. One day you will look back and realize the very wounds you thought would destroy you were the ones that gave you an unshakable will, an unbreakable spirit, and a strength no one can take away. That is why the Stoics did not fear hardship. They welcomed it, because only through fire does steel become a sword. If this message spoke to your soul, don't let it end here. Subscribe now and walk with us on this path of strength, wisdom, and unshakable calm. Your journey is just beginning.